What's up, guys? Nick here from Find Your Grind. Each week, Dingo and I will be bringing you brand new topics on what's going on with learning, education, and the future of work. Let's get into it. What's going on in TikTok land, dude? Let's pull that up.
Right, so huge news or acquisitions or a lot of stuff. So in the last week, there's a mandate of September 15th for Microsoft and TikTok by the US government to make a deal. Yesterday, or Monday, sorry, it was confirmed that Microsoft stock went up 5%. Which is...
God bless all those owners of Microsoft.
Nearly $77 billion.
Pretty cool.
It's reported that Microsoft will potentially... the acquisition potentially $30 to $50 billion. In all of that, Instagram has released Instagram Reels this week. And Instagram has over 1 billion users. Here in America, they're saying that TikTok has over 100 million subscribers monthly on TikTok. So there's a direct competition there. In November of 2019, Instagram rolled out Reels. So this isn't something new. It's new for us here in America. It's been rolling in Brazil. All kind of interesting. Microsoft is a percentage holder in Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram. Last month, Donald Trump came out and said that he would ban TikTok here in America. It's banned in India.
It is.
And since then, Microsoft, it's all come out in the gate. Microsoft apparently wanted nothing to do with TikTok. And now all of a sudden, there's an acquisition that's in place. Both legal teams are working something out, and it would be September 15th would be the mandate or the cutoff date.
To get it done. That's a big deal to get done. Let's just put it that way, by September 15th or whenever it is, you know? And I think that the move by Instagram to me is the most interesting move out of all of this stuff with Microsoft and TikTok going on. The fact that they released Reels within 2 days of this news is pretty crazy. It's like, were they planning to do that based upon like thinking that this might happen? Because Trump has been talking about this for months. It's not like this is like a new thing. We knew that TikTok had the ability to kind of go away because of it being a Chinese company. So I feel like Instagram maybe had this in their back pocket ready to go. And I'm just assuming right now, but the fact that they came out with Reels immediately over the past 3 days is pretty crazy. And I think, what do you think that does to TikTok?
Well, here, Instagram's gone up 6%, but my most notable thing was Brazil has had Reels since November. So they have rolled this out to a hugely large audience in a country.
Yeah.
And
since when?
November. I'm a little torn because I think there's kind of two plays here. I honestly think that ByteDance, who owns TikTok and is a Chinese company, I honestly think that there could be something deeper to them just doing videos and just getting content. We all know that when you sign up for Instagram, if I'm to talk to you about your LA Lakers Young and Reckless sweatshirt.
Yep, great sweatshirt.
There's a huge possibility that in the next 24 hours, Young and Reckless would pop up in your feed.
Yeah.
So we all know what's kind of going on here. And the interesting thing for me is, and why is Microsoft so interested in owning something they're already a huge percentage holder in?
Yep.
Does TikTok have more information or holding more information than we know about that is worthwhile Microsoft having that information? And if that's the case, is this more of a government play for Microsoft, or is this more of a play for Microsoft to have more information about more people than they already have?
I think that's what it is. I think it's Microsoft being one of the top 4 tech players in the space, right? Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft now becoming one of the probably largest players. I mean, if you had to put those 4 in an order and rank them, Microsoft now, with this acquisition, I feel like can be a major player in the space in terms of data, in terms of what's going on. And I feel a little safer with Microsoft owning TikTok than TikTok having my outright information, I guess.
Now, what I'm unclear of is this a complete buyout from Microsoft to TikTok and ByteDance, or is it a buyout for Australia, Canada, New Zealand, America? Are there select countries?
I think this is a U.S. I think this is an acquisition across all of TikTok other than China. I could be totally wrong. I don't want to keep spitballing on. I don't know that answer, but we'll see.
Remember, TikTok has also been banned in India, which is another and TikTok's audience in India was massive.
Yeah.
I guess there was something like 200,000 influencers lost their jobs overnight when that happened.
Yeah. And to your answer right here, they would be selling its U.S. operations.
So that's it.
Just U.S.
But then they would control Canada, Australia, New
Correct.
Zealand.
Correct.
They have no South America.
Correct.
$30 billion for just America, Canada, Australia. TikTok has been taking way more than just your kids singing songs. TikTok has way more information than what you think. There's no way that acquisition, Instagram sold for nearly $800 million 6-7 years ago. Whenever that acquisition was, $800 million. Back then, that was one of the biggest,
it was a big deal.
I can't believe they do that. We fast forward to 2020 and Microsoft's all of a sudden in buying this. TikTok has been taking way more information than they're telling people.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yep. Trump said on Friday that he would order ByteDance, a Chinese company, to sell its U.S. operations. While he was on Air Force One, he also commented to that. Imagine Trump on Air Force One just banning TikTok. We're banning TikTok. I think from Trump's perspective, he's just trying to get back at China for what's going on with this coronavirus.
100%. Last night I watched his live from the White House talk. He doesn't refer to it as coronavirus. He refers to it as the China virus.
Still to this day.
As I'm watching President Trump speak at the White House, I honestly feel like I'm watching Alec Baldwin do a comic skit from Saturday Night Live. I can't believe the stuff that comes out of his mouth, that it's actually real. And yes, I think he's petty about China.
Yeah.
Like, listen, like I remember back in the day when the first time I went to China, I tried to get into Facebook. Couldn't get into Facebook. Kind of weird, right? They're living in a world that like you would think you'd be able to know Facebook. MySpace back then, couldn't get into MySpace. They've controlled these areas. It's crazy that they created TikTok, and TikTok's not even available in China.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like TikTok has done such a great job over the past couple of years, just building a community of creators and, I don't know, like-minded people. And I feel like TikTok, when COVID hit, was such an important place for people in the world to kind of come together to like have some relief from what was going on. And so I'm very thankful that Microsoft has stepped in to purchase the company, keep the thing going. It would be a shame to see TikTok disappear.
Listen, we worked with TikTok last year. TikTok was the sponsor, FYGU, also in partnership with Amazon, and they brought a lot to the table for us in a short amount of time. They come in halfway through the year, and the next thing you know, we arrive into the event, and there's just TikTok banners everywhere.
Yeah.
And Amazon's in the corner, and we're like, whoa, that happened quick. They had their own stage. They made a power play here in America in the last 12 months, and it worked.
See on TikTok.
It worked globally.
Yes.
You know, and you're right. The pandemic has helped out. It went from kids at home making funny videos and then there's TikTok influencers. You work with a lot of TikTok influencers. What are they saying right now?
You know, they are, some of them are migrating. Some of them are like on to this new Triller thing, which is another app that's out there. And so a lot of these top 1% of TikTokers are now starting to merge over to Triller.
Who owns Triller?
For whatever reason. I'm not sure who owns Triller, but it's a new platform that a lot of like the Josh Richards and, you know, Sway House kids are kind of moving into. So we'll see, man. I think if, you know, it's just like Vine. When Vine disappeared, people found other platforms to go to. If that's what happened with TikTok, I feel like it's a good time now to span multiple platforms and not just invest in one thing in case that disappears.
So the last time we had something as big as this, I feel like it was when Snapchat came out. They went public. They got valued at, I think, $18 billion. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like a huge overvaluation of a company that wasn't making any money. Well, we know that in the tech world that you don't need to make money to be worth money. But I just felt like Snapchat wasn't there yet. And they did dive. They did die a little bit. Instagram came out with stories and kind of like didn't kill them overnight. Snapchat's still there, but Snapchat's there for younger kids and people to send each other photos that they don't want the public to see, right?
Yep. What else we got out there? What else we want to get into
here?
Well,
my last thing to you is Microsoft, TikTok, U.S. government, China. Who wins this battle? Like, who's the winner? I guess we'll know September 15th. But in your opinion, is there going to be a sale to Microsoft? And then if that is not the case, and TikTok decides to carry on, which means they'll be banned from America, which means they're banned from India. Apart from themselves and Russia, and I'm sure Russia probably has their own, all these things. So forget about Russia. It's like if Trump says you're out, then the value of TikTok is going to fucking plummet. So where does this end? If you're in, if you're in ByteDance's shoes, what do you do right now? Do you cough up and just give in and say, thank you, mother, for the rabbits and take the money and go home?
Yep.
Or do you put up a stink and say, nah, nobody can knock
Well, I
us
think
down?
they've built too powerful of a platform by this point, and I think if Microsoft comes in to acquire them, which I do think will happen, it's just too powerful of a platform. There's too much attention to it to let something like that just kind of fade out into the ether. That would be my opinion. I think Microsoft's going to make it happen.
Right. So Microsoft for the win.
Yes.
Microsoft to
for the
acquire
win.
for TikTok. How much?
I would probably say 30.
You're going low.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 30. You know why? Because it's distressed.
How does it
and,
work?
And you know why? They're gonna disappear if they don't.
How does it work? Does the sliding doors at ByteDance open and Bill just walks in and says, listen,
Yeah, listen here.
this is how it's going to happen.
This is the price, and this is what's going on.
I've been to a Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation dinner before, and Melinda starts the dinner off with, we're basically a government to 36 countries because without them, there'd be no water, electricity, toilets, this whole thing. So, like, he's a very powerful man. They're a very powerful company. Does he just walk into Mr. ByteDance and say, this is how it is?
It could happen.
Virtually, of course. He comes in and...
virtually.
He comes in virtually.
Virtually. Yes.
Well, so Nikki, there it is. He
There
has
it
it
is.
for Microsoft, $30 billion for the win, and we'll see what happens. Is like Reels is pretty on point. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
It has the same scrolling effect.
Yeah, it's similar. It's not as there's not as many effects and things that TikTok is built in, but it's pretty similar.